Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Sunday, March 8th. Welcome. I hope y'all have had a good week. It's been a pretty good one here. Mostly work. It's tis the season. But I won't complain. I'm glad we have the work to do. There really hasn't been a lot going on. Kirsten and Addison took the kids to Houston for the weekend so that Hallie could meet her great-grandparents. And my mom called me today and to let me know how adorable my grandchildren are, and she's not wrong. So yeah, there you go. That's the highlight of the week. There's nothing else to say, so I guess we should get into stitching, right? Sorry, right before I was getting ready to start this, I had the whole, I'm going to sneeze, but really all it did was make my nose run, so. I'm going to decide what I'm going to do with these. Okay. Anyway, I worked on, when's this? June of 1986. So it's a new pattern out of Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. I worked on the Nantucket Cats and Quilts, and I have all three of these going. I have had these marked in these magazines since they came out as things I wanted to stitch, so I waited a good long time. Anyway, here is where I have gotten to on this one. I slept through my alarm on the morning that I worked on this, so I didn't have that much time. It seems to be happening a lot these days. I know that I filled in part of this that's completely filled in 2 of the shades of gray that are in there, and the rest of it I filled in 1 of the shades of gray. And I did put in some of these little blocks extra, whichever ones, I don't know, but for the very limited amount of time that I had to work on it, I felt like I did pretty good. I think I had an hour or less than an hour. Yeah, I know. Stony Creek's Graveyard Halloween. On my wheels that I spin, I have a wheel that are different categories of things, and then I spin in those categories. For when I spend holidays, this is what I'm working on if the holiday comes up, Halloween. For those holidays, when they come up, I stitch on my oldest whip that has to do with that holiday. And for Halloween, this is my oldest whip. That's why some of these you might see more often than others. Anyway, when I worked on it, here's total. This time, I put in this little swirl in this one here. This is working on the tree going up here. I really don't have, based on the size of everything in the pattern, all that much left to do. I've got, as you saw, the tree to here. I've got to get the tree in and the moon. Everything else I have done. But that's still quite a bit of stitching. So anyway. From Mirabilia, this is Santa's Magic, I believe. And I'm sorry, this is the best picture I could get. And here we are. I was looking to make sure that I didn't have it upside down. that could happen. I did not work anymore over here in the Kryneck. I worked over here in the white in his beard. I have taken the pattern. When I started, if you've done a Mirabilia, it unfolds to be like this big. And I started in the middle, so that middle fold, whatever that page was, is where I started, which is somewhere in here, as you can see. Right. So, like I've gotten in here done. And the next page I did because I did a copy through here. I don't think it's his whole head. It might be. Oh, yeah, I think it is. I think it's got his whole head in there. So I'm going up to get his face in because Shelly, it's only stitching, wanted to see his face because you can't tell it very good in the picture. So, but so far all I've worked on is beard. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's only stitching here on YouTube. I worked a hot little minute on the linens and threads 2020 stitch along, friends and family. And I am working on April's. Yes, I made it into March. In April is this part, this right here. So that's a lot of stitching. And I felt like I made huge progress when I worked on it. I think I worked on it on Friday. Here's the whole thing. I felt like I was really kicking butt. And what I managed to get done was not even the whole urn. I would like to get April's portion done here in March. It's on my list of 20, which my list of 20 is my 20 oldest whips that I have somewhere in my imagination. The idea of I should get those finished this year. Yeah, it's from 2020. It didn't get into my oldest because I was so busy getting big things finished. But anyway, here we are. Like I said, I felt like that was a lot of stitching, but I'm going to have to do way more to get all of that done this month. If I could do each month's portion, I should be able to get done, right? Because I'm a month ahead. Yeah. In my land of everything's perfect, it'll happen, right? I worked on January's sweet stitching. This is the last one that I have from this club from last year, where I got, in the first one they sent this box and everything, and then each month you got the kit, which was the pattern and the fabric and all of the stuff to decorate your box. In the first month, which last year was February, you got the box. I think it's back there. Is it back here? Yes, it's right here. Right there. As you can see, I have not painted it or anything. I put it together, but I kind of like it unfinished. I don't know. We'll see what I do. But anyway, this is the last one. I've got the others all finished. Obviously not on time because I'm working on January's and it's March. It came out in December, so I think late December we got it. I don't know. Anyway, here we are. I've worked on more of the white. I've put in a little bit more of the gray. I think that's all I've done since last time. I think I had the coal in his eyes in last time. There's gray. When I say put in a little more of the gray, there's gray shadowing here around the white. I did work on Hallie's birth announcement from, it's from Bobby G Designs. It's actually by Barbara Smith. It was, I have no idea when it came out. I'm pretty sure it's older, but I bought it online. Addison liked it. I will not be putting like new baby in there, and I'm not going to put the information on the drawers like that. I'll just put it up here when I get stuff done. My goal is to finish it before she's 12. It's a lot of stitching, far more than Ryan's was, but here we are. This time I did back stitching. That's really where we were. I've gotten the lampshade completely backstitched. I backstitched, I think, one of these a couple of different areas on the lamp, along the dresser there, right along the side and everything. I've got the books done. They're all backstitched. Now, I was gonna, because I came along here, there's some that goes right there, but I apparently have skipped the stitching that goes right there, so I don't want to backstitch it yet until I put those stitches in. But I had backstitching floss on my needle, so I didn't do that yet, but it's coming along. But there is a lot of stitching on the bottom. Next time I pull it out, I'll probably go ahead and fill that spot in. I don't know if I'll backstitch like around the ball that's on the dresser and finish up the little parts that are not backstitched yet in the lamp. I don't know if I'll do any of the backstitching, but I've got to get down and work on just the solid block stitching that's in that dresser, because there's a lot of it. I mean, the first page only comes to like right here, right? So I still have stuff to fill in there, but that's just like, there's so much stitching down here. That's why I said if she's 10 by the time I finish it, I should have gone with an easier design. I shouldn't have let Addison have a choice. Who is she to decide anyway? Let's see. And the last thing that I worked on, this was like a little freebie insert in one of the books. Like this. Ooh, like this kind of books. I just made everything, the bookends are moving now. I'm about to make a really big mess. Anyway, this was a new start this week. This was just a little freebie insert that was in one of those books like that I had ordered. Who knows when. But I started the peace ornament and I finished it. You will notice it does not look the same. I didn't put the little, I'll call them stars. I didn't put the big asterisks around it or these little dots. I haven't decided because I don't think I want to finish it like that. All of the finishes in there are in little hoops, probably like a 4-inch hoop. And I don't think I'm going to finish it that way, so I didn't do that. So here's where we are. This is on, it's 18 count pewter. It's actually folded over, which is what I'm doing the Friends and Family Monthly Sal from Fox and Rabbit on. This I cut off when I made it last month, when I finished March's portion. That's at the bottom, so I cut this off of there, and so now I'm using it. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the Noel and the Joy, or if I'm just going to do the peace and move on. But It's a start and finish, so what do I care, right? I'll take the finish. That is everything that I stitched on. I did some sewing, but I haven't finished that because things started just little mistakes where it takes time to stop and deal with it, and I was getting frustrated, so I was like, okay, it's time to stop working on that. That was earlier today, so Dax and I went to the cigar lounge, and they were happy to see us. We hadn't been since before we went on vacation, and we told them, going on vacation, we won't be back for a couple of weeks. Don't worry, don't panic when you don't see us. Well, we haven't been back since then, and we went on vacation at the beginning of January. So when we came in today, they were like, we thought you left us. So anyway, that was good. It was nice to go and just sit and shoot the crap with people. That's really what it boils down to. Let's see. We have a farm report. I'm looking because there's a window over there. That's where all my little seed startings are. We have 2 tomato plants that have come up. One that I'm not sure if it's a tomato plant or if it's just a weed, because I used dirt that had from outside. It's not just dirt that I dug up. It's from potted plants. The pots were empty. I just used that dirt. Anyway, there's one coming up. I'm not sure if it's a tomato or not. And we have one mystery squash family plant coming up. It's a mystery because the seeds were in the bottom of the little container I keep my seeds in. And I don't know if it's like a spaghetti squash or if it's a pumpkin, because they were just thrown in there and the seeds all look the same. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what it is. I think there's a bell pepper. No, none of the bell peppers are coming up. I don't know, maybe the other one's just a mystery. We'll see. So far, this farm is not growing enough to support a single person, but you got to start somewhere, right? It's not looking good. But fortunately, at this point in our lives, we don't have to live off the farm. I think that's everything. I don't think I have anything else going on. Nothing fun and exciting. Hopefully next week I will be able to share something fun. I don't know. Didn't seem to be that way. Antlers won on the votes, so I have I've put one antler, I don't even know if you can see them very good, on the next reindeer. This one's thread is hanging there, but there you go. Can you see the antler at all even? Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. So antlers won. We will be putting antlers on the reindeer ornaments. I think that's everything. Short and sweet. That's okay. Like me, I'm short. Sweet may be pushing it, but I'm short. I guess that's it for now. Thank you for your comments, your likes. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, it's time. It is time. And I guess we'll see you here next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.